What's up? This Manchenas right here. We're back with another reaction video. Manchenas in the building, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and check this out. Today, we're going to do this CNN video. I don't know what it is about, but the CNN inside Africa. Meet the Cape Malays of Cape Town. Cape Malays of Cape Town. I never heard of that. But otherwise, let's go in and check this out. Let's check this out. See what's going on. I want to see what's going on. Let's put it like this. Yes. Let's put it like that. Like that. Okay. Let's check this out. What's going on?
The sun rises over Cape Town as Thania and her mother Nagla prepare morning tea and co-sisters. Sweet sticky donuts covered in coconut crumbles, a traditional Cape Malay delicacy.
Oh. Oh, Cape Malay. Okay.
Today, they are setting out to visit what's left of Cape Town's District 6. It was once a bustling multi-ethnic neighbourhood near the city centre, where many Cape Malays lived.
It's funny. I mean, I say. But, I ain't never been in Cape Town, okay? I went to some other parts of South Africa, but I ain't never been in Cape Town, bro. Like, I didn't find my time and go to Cape Town, bro. I had to do my business in Cape Town, bro. I'm just being honest, okay? I've done some rounds in some other places, okay? But not all of them. But I need to go to Cape Town, bro. It's right here, and I ain't never been in it. Let's continue, man.
Including Thania's mother. In 1966, it was declared a white area by the apartheid government. Over the next 16 years, more than 60,000 people would be expelled to outlying areas, like Cape Flats, where Thania's family lives now.
I only have good memory.
You know, this thing of apartheid has done a great impact in South Africa. Because, you see, when you go to towns like these ones that they're talking about here, you found that there are colored people on the other side, blacks on the other side, and whites on the other side. We're still struggling to cross boundaries, but we have to cross the boundary, okay? I don't want to talk about that very much right now, but let's just continue, man. Let's continue. I don't want to dwell on that very much.
I remember streets filled with kids. All kinds of smells, from fish to fruits. You could even smell the sea if the wind blows. It was like a melting pot of different cultures, I would say. Before all the apartheid laws took over, my father decided to move. I was young when we left. We moved before the bulldozers came in.
Their houses in District 6 were flattened.
Yo,
My father...
I can't imagine. So when the apartheid government took over, they decided to flatten everything.
Lost his businesses there, lost his home, everything.
Today, they search for traces of Nagla's old home. A barren land and atmosphere. District 6 remains a visible scar on Cape Town's landscape.
My parents were very politically active and they fought through the political struggle of apartheid in South Africa. And I mean, it tore our home apart, tore our lives apart. My father was a political exile and he ended up moving to the UK when I was 4 or 5 years old. So, I mean, our whole lives have been intertwined with the apartheid sagas.
Under apartheid, part of the Cape Malay community...
If I gotta talk about apartheid, There isn't much that I would talk about, except the things that uh, these people are talking about. I only remember that every time I went outside, my mama used to tell me that don't go play outside, 'cause the white man's gonna come and get ya. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Let's just continue. That's all I remember, bro.
Community remained in nearby suburb Bo-Kaap, where Thania's forefathers established themselves.
Bo-Kaap was like the slave quarters and also the Malay quarters.
Declared a Cape Malay area, the suburb was spared the bulldozers, history preserved. Today, its brightly coloured houses line cobblestone streets as Table Mountain looms in the distance. Beautiful now, the history here is complex. As the Dutch began colonising portions of Southeast Asia in the 17th century, they exiled locals opposing their rule and sent them to work as slaves at the Dutch trading post in Cape Town, which they also occupied at the time. These political and religious exiles came from all socio-economic backgrounds. Some were even royal.
We are taught that we are just slaves. That is what history.
At this moment, man, I can't imagine being a slave to anyone. Like, my pride doesn't allow that, bro. Like, I can't be a slave to anyone. Even if I get a job, I can't be a slave to my boss or anyone else. I gotta do my own thing. If I'm working for you, I'm just there to get the money, bro. And then I'm out. Right? Unless, of course, it's a decent job where you know that life is good and you don't have stress, like in the private business, you know. Yeah. If you're working for private sector, that's up to you. But if you're working for a public sector, that's good, because the only boss is your government. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
History teaches us here in South Africa. But what I discovered was that these exiles that were brought here from Indonesia by the Dutch were actually aristocrats, and they were royalty, and they were educated, and they were also incredibly influential. That is why they posed such a huge threat to the Dutch colonial rule of Indonesia. And
So these guys had to enslave the royal people.
because of this threat,
Wow.
they were brought here and put into exile, far, far away from their homes and their families.
Thania is a descendant of Tuan Guru, meaning master teacher in the Cape Malay dialect, an important founding father of Islam in South Africa.
Tuan Guru was a prince from Indonesia.
He was exiled from Indonesia in 1780 for his staunch opposition to Dutch colonialism.
1780.
For 12 years he was imprisoned on Robben Island, later made infamous by Nelson Mandela's imprisonment. Tuan Guru spent that time writing the Quran from memory, creating Bo-Kaap's first library of Islamic
Whoa,
texts.
whoa, 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 whoa. He spent what? That time, 12 years, writing the Quran from memory. What? You wrote the Quran from memory. I can't imagine having to write the whole Bible from my memory. Like, I only know a couple of verses from there and there, bro. Like, come on. The whole Bible from memory. You had to start from Genesis to Revelation from memory. Yeah, he was good. I gotta give it to him.
After his release, he founded the Awal, South Africa's first recognised mosque.
I always knew that I was a direct descendant of Tuan Guru because it's something that my father had traced back many years ago when he did our family tree. But what I did not know was that he was royalty.
This discovery gave Thania a strong desire to document her heritage, not only as Cape Malay, but as someone with a royal legacy, through an art project, appropriately named I Am Royal.
Well, I started physically doing it a year and a half ago, but I think I started it in my mind a while ago. It just needed to be done.
She created a series of photographs of herself in traditional Cape Malay outfits, demonstrating the passage of her ancestors through time.
I felt the need to identify us because everybody keeps calling us slaves, and I think that we were much more than slaves. We actually have a legacy behind us and something to be proud of in my project. I followed our historical trajectory from where we were and to where we've come. What I used was regalia. I got dressed up in everything that we want to be seen in. I went to the Indonesian embassy and I got all these amazing costumes which are synonymous with royalty, aristocracy, because this is how I want us to be remembered. I think that a lot of people have now started delving into their own past and finding out, was my family really that good? Was my family really this? Was my...
Yeah, bro, like, I think I have to also dig out my past, bro. I have to dig out what's in my past, what's in my family line, you know. Maybe I'm a king as well, or a son of a prince, or a son of a big ruler or a warrior, you know. I must find that out.
really, you know, and yeah, it seems to be making some kind of a difference somewhere.
For those in the Cape Malay community, most of their narrative is passed down through word of mouth. In Bo-Kaap, one woman is the memory keeper.
I was born in this house. My parents lived in this house and all the children were born in this house. This is my mother and my youngest brother. He lives in London. He's a school teacher. And this is my father's sister. It was this wonderful feeling of one family. And that is something really great.
As the informal community archivist, she has tales and photos to go with them.
I always...
Well, I like it when we go to old people, you know, our grandmothers and grandfathers, and we try to get answers from them, you know, seek out answers from questions we have, our past, who we are, where we come from, how did we get here, what is this, how do we do that, how can I cure myself from such things, man, because these people have got a ton amount of knowledge, you know what I mean. They've got a ton amount of knowledge that we need to embrace. We need to document it, write it down, put it somewhere safe, because we're gonna need it. We're really gonna need it. Because if they go with that knowledge, it's gone. I mean, it's really gone. We're never gonna find it. It will be gone. Like, but if we go and document it, write it down somewhere, put it safe, then it's safe. When we need it, we will have it. Okay? So I like this.
I wanted to know more about the history of things and reserve things for one day. And I've always been collecting things and keeping. That is my elder sister and her husband in our culture.
Like, this lady knows every one of the pictures, bro. She's busy pointing out everyone, like, this is who, this is who, this is who, this. She knows everyone. I bet she knows all these people right here.
Still have this sort of togetherness, and that's why I'm still very attached to this area called Bo-Kaap. Still living here, still enjoying it.
Wow, bro. Wow, wow, wow. This was nice, man. This was really nice. This was nice. I liked it, bro. I like this very much. I like this Inside Africa from CNN. But otherwise, guys, please like the video, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep dropping more. Let's just keep dropping more. Okay? We're gonna bring new content. We're gonna be doing different things. You know what I mean? We're gonna be doing new things. We just gotta go ahead and do it, bro. Like, come on, maintain as it's up. Check out.